begin seated today. And just let's simply bring our hands on top on our knees or any other place which you feel comfortable. And again, if you don't feel comfortable to sit with your legs crisscrossed, you can sit any other way. Extend your legs, put them under, sit on your knees, as long as you're comfortable. Let's take a deep breath in and simply expand your belly. Fill your body with oxygen, with life. And on exhalation, gently contract your belly. Let all the tension leave your body, the morning rush, the traffic behind, the getting ready, the decision to come or not is behind as well, which is the hardest part, to make a decision and jump in a car. So I'm so grateful for each and every one of you here. Let's begin this practice with gratitude. Just simply look inside your heart and acknowledge everything you are grateful for. We have so many different ways to be grateful and so many things to be grateful for as well. And let's slowly open our eyes and reach all the way up. Inhalation, long extension, make your body feel good. Connect to your fingertips and push those hands even farther up. Just imagine that you're lengthening from the sit bones, from the tailbone, all the way up towards the hands, towards the fingertips. All the way, bring the hands forward. And roll your spine back, scoop the stomach in, push those palms away from the forehead. Again, just make your body feel good. Let's reach all the way up. And take your right arm on the right and just straight through the lateral side. We will begin this practice with a gentle warm up first. And let's go ahead and do the other side. Reach all the way overhead. Fold forward. Let's take the both hands behind. If you can bind them, don't worry about it. And bring the shoulders down all the way away from the ears. Lengthening a little bit farther. Some of you will be able to take the hands on the floor. Maybe you have to undo your little bind for it and push against the ground. Nice and gentle. Very good. Keep your bind if you can. If not, again, don't worry about it and slowly fold forward. Your forehead may reach or may not reach the ground. It's not really as important here. Come on up slowly, back, and take your right hand across the left. Just all the way, gentle rotation. Again, feel free to close your eyes, to keep them open, whichever you need to do to connect, to reconnect with your body. Back. We all have busy lives. Rushing. Let's go ahead and switch the direction. And sometimes just take an extra little moment to connect with ourselves, express the gratitude, look inside. It's very helpful to set the day. Let's slowly fold forward, all the way with the arms to the front. And again, no stress. If you need to come out quickly, quicker than I do, you can do that as well. Just try to let your body melt and relax with the support of your hands. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and slowly make a transition to the kneeling position, just the way you can. Put your knees, hips width apart, wrist underneath the shoulders, and just gentle up and down, cat and cow. Just again, make it feel good for your body. Don't be afraid to express yourself in the movements. We're all doing the same thing in this room. Hopefully, we have a similar goals here, to keep the body healthy, to keep the mind sharp, to explore, to learn a little bit more about ourselves. Body meant for the movements. Couple more. This, and then we're going to move to the little hip circles. go ahead and begin your circles. You guys can start slow and maybe shallow movements, and then once you feel your back allows you to go a little bit wider, go for it. You can go faster or slower than I do. Just explore what your body can and what it cannot do yet. And let's go ahead and reverse the circles. Just begin the movement from other side. In the morning, it's normal to feel stiff or stiffer. Let's do a couple more. And then we're gonna stop right in the center and dive into the child pose. This is the place where you can rest anytime you have to. Hips back all the way behind, slowly through the top of your spine, come on up to the front. Up dog or cobra, all the way through. Look all the way up. Inhalation and exhalation all the way back. Now we continue to flow like this, and if you want to move faster, you can move faster for sure. If you want to go on your elbows instead the hands, you can do that as well. Just again, try to explore the full range of motion in the back. If you're stuck in some point in some compartment of your spine, don't rush. Just stop and try to feel where is the challenge. Maybe your spine is trying to tell you something. Let's do a couple more, maybe 3, 4 if you're moving faster. And we're gonna all stop when you're ready in the up dog or cobra. This is what I'm doing right now. If your wrist is not feeling good in this position, definitely move your hands closer to the front, guys, of your back. Look all the way up. Back to the center and look to the right. Back to the center and look to the left. Come on back right here and go ahead and tuck your toes. Extend to the downward facing dog. It's a good practice after intense cobra or up dog to go to opposite direction, to repose it, to restore. So downward facing dog is perfect. Let's relax our head and neck and calm down our breathing if we have to. Slower is better. Now let's try to feel our hands fully grounded on the floor. Bring awareness to your palms. Palms are flat, hold 32 knuckles. Your feet depend on your flexibility level, maybe on the floor or maybe with the heel raised and knees bent. Whichever you need to do to feel comfortable. Take a deep breath in, inhalation, and try to extend your exhalation for approximately the same length that you did on inhalation. And we do it one more time. Inhalation. And exhalation, slow down and relax your neck as well. Make sure your neck limp and loose like a roll. Let's slowly return back to the kneeling position. And we reach our right arm and left leg. We reach our right arm and left leg. Long extension all the way through. Try not to arch your back, guys. And try to find the ground with that one foot and one hand. Breathe in. And breathe out. We're going to draw the elbow to the knee. Just another few breaths to hold here if you can. If not, put your hand and knee back on the floor. Let's put it down and we switch the direction. A long extension, lengthening the spine. No stress. Like you're trying to reach to different sides of the room, and go ahead and draw the knee over the elbow. hover, guys. Hover. If hover is not for you, that's okay. You don't have to do that. Go ahead and rock your hips on the floor. If you need to send your hips to the ground and rest while you're doing that little twist, that's also an option. Stay right there and go ahead and do it to the other side. You can keep the hips hovering or put them on the ground. One more time. This time I'm gonna go a little bit farther up and open up my chest towards the ceiling. And the other side, mindful. Rest when you need. Remember, this is your practice. I'm here just to guide. So we have a safe, solid, strong workout. Go ahead and put your knees back on the floor. Right arm, left leg. This time we're gonna go for bind. All the way, reach up and open. Hold your balancing tabletop if you have to. Breathe, 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 breathe. And go ahead and prepare for the push-up. Hands on the floor. Here we go. I know. Come on up and round your spine. Relax your neck. Go ahead and take your left arm all the way above the ground and sweep it underneath to rest that left arm and shoulder. Thread the needle. Hold it for the few breaths. We're coming back to the center. All you have to do, extend your left and your right leg. Opposite direction if you're following me. Lengthening, hold or bind, your choice. Open it up. Prepare for the push-ups. Ready? All the way back up. And the right arm this time, right arm. All the way under and sweep, thread the needle. Try to put, guys, your flat palm on the floor. That's gonna help you to open more of the shoulder, of course, if you can reach. Let's return back. Walk your palms slightly forward. So once you move your hips to the front, it looks like a plank rather than tabletop. This is more like tabletop, this is more like plank. We're gonna go and strengthening our upper arms, our upper body. In general, wrist specifically, put your fingertips inside. It's not for everyone to lift the knees off the ground, so just be mindful, see how you feel. Wrist is a challenges, strengthening and stretches, which we must do like any other body part, but you can always come back to your kneeling position. Breathe, guys. I know, couple more extra breaths. Come on down. We're going to stretch it first before we move to the next one. Just stretch it one at a time, and then go for another wrist. Nice job. All right. Now, if you want to go all the way, you can. Again, you can go just a halfway. This one is a challenging one. Now, neutral spine to the plank. Excellent. Your knees off the floor is total option, especially here. Do not hurt yourself. Please be mindful. We don't need to push too far to prove ourselves something. Eventually, you will be able to do it. Take a good care of your body, please. Come on down. We're going to sit down on our toes. Toes under ball pose, which can be challenging. Let's go ahead and take the wrist up front and do a few rotations. If you can sit on the toes, I strongly recommend you guys still try it. Go ahead and rotate to other side, because if you're not doing it, it's not going to improve. We're going to take the right arm and lift. bind. If you need to use your strap, use your straps, guys. You have some time to grab the straps and towels. Let's try to calm down the mind. Don't worry if you can bind. It will come. Just something to notice where your body needs some improvements. Let's switch the direction. Shoulders down, elbows outward. If your toes getting kind of tense, try to shift your attention away from the toes, more to upper body. Let the gravity do the work. Do not resist the natural force. Let's slowly undo the arms. Bring your hands on the floor. Come on up on the toe squat. Toe squat can be challenging. For most of you, it's not a big deal anymore. So just be mindful. Shoulders down, chest up and lifted. Excellent. Very good, guys. Keep on breathing. We're gonna go ahead and lift the arms up next to the ears. Very good. Slowly but surely, we're gonna come up to the standing position, forward fold. You got this, you got this. Relax your head and neck. Slowly but surely, we're gonna go back to the toe squat. Go ahead. Nice job, guys. One more time, come on up. This time try to fold a little bit deeper, relax your head and neck. Look halfway through. Neutral spine, look halfway through. Try to look right up front of your body to the corners of your mat. And fold forward one more time, a little bit deeper. Some of you will be able to go ahead and hug your legs. Halfway. Bend those knees, Utkatasana. For the beginners, it's a great position to hold the hands next to the chest because here is hard, guys. Here is hard. Arms along the ears with a proper position might take a little bit of time. That the shoulders flexibility. Breathe, guys. Lengthening through the spine. Sweep it back. Now sweep it up for the good position if you can, all the way next to the ears. When you shine with the rib cage, with the heart, go ahead and take the hands, press them against each other and rotate. When you do your rotation, set your knees parallel each other and next to each other. Continue to press one palm into another and sweep the arms up. We go for the other side. Rotation begins in the waistline. Arms up, crew. Sweep it all the way down and reach all the way up for the gentle back bend. Forward fold. Prepare for the walk to plank. Go ahead. Your planks, guys. We're gonna go ahead and practice some abs, some core work, some arms work, some chaturangas. Rest when you have to. Take your right leg up. We reach the right knee towards the left elbow. 1. Right knee towards the right elbow. 2. Right knee towards the nose. 3. Push it all the way up. Downward facing dog. And now towards the left. Downward facing dog, single leg, towards the right. Downward facing dog, single leg, towards the nose. And prepare for Chaturanga Dandasana, your choice. Be smart. Rest when you have to. Relax your head and neck. We're gonna rest our arms unusual way by reaching one arm at a time all the way to the opposite side of the body. Take your time. Relax your head and neck. Full of stress. And just try to relax your mind as well. Go ahead and switch the sides. The mind, the brain is always working. Always thinking 100 thoughts at a time. Like a bullets flying through. All we do is just observe. Go ahead and walk to your plank. You ready? Ready or not? Left leg up, knee towards the right. Take it back, knee towards the left. Knee towards the nose. Don't look to other people. And all the way downward facing dog. Knee toward the right. Return back. Knee toward the left. Flow, guys. Knee towards the nose. Back to the plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Downward facing dog. We go ahead and we step our feet slightly wider, guys, slightly wider. And put your knees on the floor, puppy pose. Your chest may or may not reach the floor, that's not the goal. In a home setting, pillow will work great. Here blocks, if you have those. Do your best to keep your tailbone in between your knees. We're gonna hold it, hang on here for another 10 to 15 breaths, depending how fast or slow you're breathing. Going back to observing what's happening inside the body. Those hundreds and hundreds of thoughts running through our mind. Sometimes positive, sometimes negative, sometimes neutral. But step by step, we're learning to turn our thinking process in a positive way. Nurturing, loving, productive, proactive. Because quality of our thoughts will reflect in our physical bodies and our lives pretty quickly. Once you're ready, go ahead and return back to your downward facing dog. We're ready to go for standing asanas, more standing asanas like lunges, warriors, triangles. Reach the right leg up. Let's stay here for a few seconds. Just bend your knee and just open up. Relax the head and neck, just feel it through. And before we step to the lunge, let's go for that gentle and strong at the same time hip circle. So you can step easily and feel more freedom in that lunge. If you have some pains and aches in the body, it's not always easy to commit to the practice or enjoy that even. It's a work, it's a chore. But I promise you, with time as you do it, if you do it more, your pain and aches will start to disappear. You will start to feel stronger. You will do more. Your thoughts become stronger as well. Go ahead and reach the right leg totally up and step forward. Maybe come up even on the tippy toes on the left before you step. That allows us to do a big steps. Runner lunge, guys. If runner lunge too much is too much, then put your back knee on the floor. Shoulders down, chest up and open it up. Rotation like you do warrior, but keep your heel lifted at the back leg. That's it. Awesome. Come back to the center. All the way outside, not the easy one. Come back, reach all the way up. Prepare to pivot for the warrior two, up slightly and then down, settle. Look towards the front hand, like you mean it, level those arms. We will take our back arm, the left one, behind the back or towards the inner thigh. Some of you will be able to do it, some not. Somewhere what you can do, gaze towards the front. Go ahead and switch the arms and open. If that's okay, if that's a lot and already challenging, you don't have to go for this side, full extension. Take your time. We will switch the hands. We put the left on the floor. Make sure that rotation done through the waistline and open up with the right. This is a little challenger here. Slowly, guys, with me, continue to walk towards the left. So wide leg is stand, full forward. Wide leg is stand, all the way forward. Some of us will be able to put the elbows on the floor. Some of you might actually want to reach to the ankles or big toes. Continue to fold. Just be mindful. Don't go too far. Feel safe. We're not pushing for the sake of pushing. We're exploring. Every single time you go a little bit farther, try to acknowledge it, what your body can do, and be proud of it. Little achievements build our self-esteem or believe in ourselves, so we can do more every single time. So continue to always expand. Do a little bit more what you used to. Go ahead and reach halfway up and walk towards the left ankle. To do a little bit more than we used to, than we did yesterday, than we did 5 minutes ago. It's a habit. Once you start to do it, it becomes your second nature. And that's the way to grow in everything we do. Learning, helping, working on the physical body. Please don't rob yourself of the ability to strive to the better self. Come back. The runner lunge on the right leg. Underdoing is poisonous for human nature. Come on up. Rest is the one thing. Underdoing, do less than you could. That's not good. Go ahead and step back to your chaturanga. Push down. Downward facing dog. If you need to recover in your child pose, that's the time to do so. We're gonna stay in the downward facing dog for 5 to 10 breaths, depending how fast you breathe. You can bend your knees right and left. Just do whatever feels good. And you can rest in the child pose as an option. I will tell you when to come back. And if you are in your child pose, start your way back to the dog. Reach the left leg up. Open it up nicely. Just feel that opening in the hips and the back and the chest. Feel being leveled and grounded on the palms and the foot. Being grounded, it comes much deeper beyond the words to stay strong on the ground. Grounded body, grounded mind, grounded soul, grounded spirit. When we know where we're heading, go ahead and sweep your leg for a few times for the hip circle. Go ahead and come up on its tippy toes, maybe. On the right, just step closer, farther. Move if you have to. And so the way extended and strong front knee above the front ankle. Back heel elevated, knee on the floor as an option. Open it up. And rotation to the right. Keep the back heel elevated if you can. And all the way center and then to the left. Careful. Come back up, arms up. Warrior two. Gaze over the front like you mean it, and then take your right arm behind the back or into the inner thigh. Lift, strong, deep. Equally, load your both legs if you can. I'm going to switch the arms. This is great, but if you want to take the hand on the floor, go for it. Great usage of the blocks, guys. And we're going to switch the direction. Keep the feet on the floor. Prop the hands first. Make sure that you're really ready for it. Then rotation through the hips and lower back. And the last thing you're going to do is to raise your arm. It's going to be just a natural extension rather than trying to pull and push it. Come on back to the front with me. This time to the right. We're ready to fold forward. I want you to relax your mind, but at the same time keep it sharp. It's a strange combination when we alert, but at the same time we're very relaxed and peaceful. If you want, you can extend your arms underneath your body. It requires a little bit more balance and flexibility in the hips. It's definitely a little option for my intermediate and advanced practitioners. Keep on breathing, guys. And let's slowly start to move towards the right leg. If you can't go all the way there, that's okay. Again, it is that matter of underdoing, overdoing. We don't want to overdo it too hard, so we hurt ourselves. But again, underdoing is not good for our mind, for our body, for our self-esteem, for our ability to judge ourselves. We all know what we should do. Slowly start to move back. We all know what we should do for the health. Simple stuff. One dog, one apple a day. What keeps doctor away? Go ahead and prepare for your chaturanga. Easy, right? Easy like that. People would say, easy like that? It's easy, but it's easy not to do. Reach the chest up. Keep on breathing, hips back. It's easy not to do stuff for ourselves, for health, for our mind, for our body, for others. It's easy not to do. Relax your head and neck. Raise your right leg up. Step forward, halfway straight. Just in the middle, somewhere 3/4 of your warrior. Shift the hips towards the middle. Fold forward. All the way, fold forward. Just as you can. Gonna stay here for a little bit so you can start to progress. Don't push your body, but continue to rest into the stretch. Not the forehead towards the knee, but the belly towards the front of your leg. Both knees soft and extended if possible. We're going to lean slightly back. Bend your back knee, guys. Avoid pivoting your hips on the right. We want to go straight back. It might not be such a big movement though. Keep your back foot grounded, Achilles and hamstring. Go ahead and bring your body back. Come on up, guys, with me. Come on up here. That's a little bit less balanced position than your warriors. So be mindful. Hips forward, chest up. If your hands connected, you can choose to keep them as connected for another pyramid pose. Forward fold, or you can choose to undo those arms and just put them back on the floor as you did at the beginning. Let's undo the arms. We're heading for the balance, guys. We will begin with gentle raising the foot without kicking off the ground with the left. Just feel it. And then once you're ready, just make your transition to the tree pose. Simple tree can be challenging for the beginners where we haven't worked out for a long time. Just be calm about it. No judgment, no comparison with others or even with ourselves in the past. Because you know, past is not equal to future. Present is not equal to future as well. There is always room to change. If you're ready, we're going to go today for the dancer. So grab your ankle the way it's comfortable for you. And we're going to go for a little balance here. Doesn't have to be crazy. Make sure you're breathing. You can use a wall. Slowly return back, and we're going to take the right and grab the right foot or left foot with the right leg. So once you did that, just take the left arm and put it all the way inside. You know where we had it, right? Flamingo. SeaWorld season. So if you can bind, that's great, and start to tilt your body forward. It takes a little bit practice, has a little bit to do with flexibility, more with confidence, you being on one leg. Because most of you can do it if we will be sitting. Most of you will be able to do it. But that's, together with balance, creates a challenge. Give it a few tries, please, because practice is not a one time. It's a few times in a row. That's called practice. Once you're done with a few times trying, doing it, come on down. How did you do? Hopefully you didn't hold the breath, didn't catch yourself on exhalation after 5 minutes holding the breath. Forward fold. Let's just stretch our body. You don't have to do forward a hop, but if you're practicing that, go ahead, chaturanga. Push down. Up dog. We're gonna finish the balance, and I promise you we're gonna sit down on the floor. Let your hips to push back a little bit more. Raise your left leg and step halfway, like a 3/4 of the warrior. From the left, hips going to the center. We're gonna stay here like we did another leg. We're gonna stay here for a few. Belly down towards the front leg. It's a hinge through the hips. We try not to hit the forehead on the knee before the belly. Watch the front knees. Work on the front knee, being soft and extended. to stretch Achilles and hams. Bend your right knee. Shift straight back, guys. Try to go straight back, not to the left. Come on, back up. And we're going to work on the seamless standing up to the tree pose. Prepare and ground yourself first. Take your time just to find that peace in your own body. Feel part of the nature. So just let your body to ground itself. You know, when we are relaxed, we have such a good balance. I'm not saying in a practice, but in general, when we walk in, stand in, we're not stressing about it. All right, dancer. Any way you like it. Take your time, few tries, please. And once you're done with the next try, you're gonna go with flamingo. Grab your right with the left. That's already a challenging place to be. Then right is gonna go inside. The farther you can put your arm and put your knee underneath your armpit, the easier it's going to be. If you're going to do it underneath the elbow, there is not enough of the length of the arm, right? But if you go up here, you suddenly can reach to the other palm. Use a hold. And just the goal is right now to find the balance here. Give it a few tries, please. Few tries. Once you're ready, you know you did it a couple tries at least, shake it out. We're gonna go to sit down on the floor. Now we're gonna sit a special way. We're gonna end up in a boat. So do your best. Through garland squat. We're gonna go into the boat. Beginners, your boat can be looking totally different. Toes on the floor, knees bent, one leg on the ground. Any way you can start to strengthen in the midsection. Stay with me, guys. If you need to put your legs first on the floor, to do so, to put the ankle, you can do that. Grab your left foot, open it up. Working on the midsection is very important. That's your foundation. Beside the hips, plus the hips. Strong abdomen will protect your back. Let's switch. Put your feet on the floor first if you have to. Shoulders away from the ears. Soft, extended, beautiful backs. Go ahead and put the feet on the ground. Elbows on the floor. And little windshield. Just try to put the knees towards the ground. That feels good. Wait a second, feels too good? We're gonna change it. All right, couple more. All right. I love when you love, guys. All right, legs up. It's actually easier than the boat, and it's a great way to continue to strengthen the abdomen. Make sure your shoulders are not blocking your neck. Try to scoop the stomach inside, so you're almost creating a little bump on your lower back. So scoop the stomach in. I know left, legs up. That's a little rest here. The lower you go, the harder it is. Try not to go too low so your back making an arch, right? It shouldn't be arch, you should just scoop the stomach in. If you start to lower your legs, you can handle it, but your back becomes like a half circle, like a C curve at the bottom. That's not good. One more, guys. One more. Go ahead and lay down, rest or low boat Navasana. You got this, you got this. Knees over the chest. Today we're going to do a little bicycle on the back before we go for the rest of the stretches on the floor. Some rollovers, halasanas. Go ahead and extend your left. You can do it this way and support your leg without bringing the hands behind the head. But if you go for a little bit more strong variation, keep your elbows outside of your wrist, guys. Elbows, continuation of your wrist. Don't point them up towards the ceiling. Lower back on the floor. Neck and throat free of tension. Give me a couple more. And now speed it up, that bicycle a little bit more dynamic way. Lower back on the floor, guys. Breathe, 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 breathe. Great for hips, great for abs, and rest. All the way. Arms on the side, another little windshield, but this time we are on the back. Put the knees maybe fully on the floor, maybe not. And other side. Go for a few. To the right again. To the left again. And bring your feet on the ground. Arms next to the back. Slowly raise your hips. Siddhabandhasana or bridge. Today we will progress, if you will progress, you don't have to, for the one which the palms on your lower back and supporting it. It can be sensitive for the elbows, thumbs together, the rest of the fingers on the waistline. Breathe, guys. If you can, one leg up. Excellent. Let's switch the legs. If you want to try Palita Karani, make sure that your hands at the base of the spine. So it's not a shoulder stand, your hips laying down on your palms. Your hips laying down on the palms. Beautiful work. It's a challenging one. So that's why we did one leg at a time. Come on down. Come on down. Do it. Are we ready for halasana or plow pose? Some of us won't be able to do it yet, so just legs on the wall or up towards the ceiling. Take your time. Take your time. Slowly, let's return back on the floor. Put the feet wider, arms on the side, and just fold one knee at a time inside. Hard part is behind, totally. We have just a few quality stretches left to close up our practice. Monday can be tough after Sundays. Let's put our both feet together in a Baddha Konasana. See where you want to put your hands, maybe on the belly, maybe on the floor, maybe press on inner thighs a little bit if you want an extra stretch. Just go by sensation. Once you're there, lower your lower backs closer to the floor. Lower your lower backs closer to the floor. Just kind of release that arch. Close your eyes if your eyes still open. Let's use this time to reflect back on our practice, maybe on our weekends, maybe on the past week. Ask yourself a question, as always a few questions. How am I feeling right now? Am I happy? Sleepy, maybe? Proud of yourself? Little encouragements here and there for ourselves will create more energy and more capacity to strive even for more. Negative thoughts never been productive. Reflect back on a few days prior this practice. Ask yourself if you did your best being a good friend, being a good family member, being a good contributor to your community maybe. Ask yourself if you've been good to yourself, if you fed yourself well with a good nurturing foods, and what you can change moving forward. One simple change at a time. Ask yourself if you've been feeding yourself a loving, nurturing, positive thoughts. Just like a food for the body, thoughts for the mind and soul. Let's slowly extend our arms behind and extend your legs. Hopefully your hips feeling good after this long bound ankle pull. Reach your right leg up and give your body a good extra stretch. And go ahead and do that from the other side. Let's take the arms all the way, guys, behind. Again, close your eyes or keep them open. Stretch from the fingertips to the tippy toes. Take a big, beautiful inhalation. Inflate your lungs. Your belly feels alive, moving inside your body. Feel your body again with loving, positive, nurturing, productive, proactive thoughts of transformation. And lots with exhalation. Let go all of the tangent. And if there anything negative, thoughts, envy, frustration, discontent, just let it go. Maybe you need a couple exhalations for that one. Sometimes we like, as a human beings, to hang on those thoughts for whatever reason, on those feelings, which just poisonous for the body. It's poisonous for the body, poisonous for the mind. Take a deep breath in, and on exhalation, start to move up to the sitting position where we actually started today. Let's close up our practice with a final gratitude. We all have a different backgrounds, different lives, different professions, different jobs, different businesses, different hobbies, different adversities, different challenges, but we all have one thing in common. We have a lot of things to be grateful for, so many things. So look inside and just pick a few of them to express a honest, loving gratitude with your entire heart, entire being, entire body. Take a deep breath in, look inside and find unlimited capacity to give, to love, to nurture. Open your heart so you can share Your unique human being capacity with others. Smile with your heart. Until there's the rest of this day, guys. With unshakable love and peace inside, no matter what's happening in our lives around us. Namaste. Great work, guys. Great teamwork. Oh, it feels so good for Mondays. Oh, you're very welcome.